What's up? This is B-Boy Spaz, and in this rechop, we're going to take a moment to honor the 10 years of College Dropout. Can't believe it's been 10 years. I'm old. I was in, sophomore year of high school when that dropped? I'm old, bro. But Kanye is one of the sickest producers out there, and I totally learned his style. Actually, I have an old video, too, where I talk about layering samples and stuff. Kanye all day. So, in honor of such a great album, let's go ahead and rechop We Don't Care on College Dropout. So, as you already see, I've gone ahead and grabbed the samples. So we have that in here already. If you don't know, Jimmy Castor Bunch, I don't want to stop. If you don't know Jimmy Castor Bunch, you really need to get up on your hip hop history. Cause yeah, if you don't know about them, you don't know about anything hip hop. So let's go ahead and chop this. First, I'm gonna turn this up. So double click this, hold shift, highlight everything. Then we just drag up our volume down here. Get it nice and loud. Now let me turn it down so I don't blow my ears out. Yeah. All right, so we'll start with the beginning. This is obviously beat 1. So we double click our marker here. Right click it, set 1-1 here. Now let's go ahead and count this out. 2, 3, 4, 2. 3, 2, 3, 4. Boom. It's the start of measure 4. So we drag this back to 4. This is our loop here. We'll just set that there because this is the area we want. Here's the end of the sample, which notice how up here, when I move this arrow, it actually shrinks the area up there. So that's what these little playheads are, the start and the end of the actual region at the top here. So now I got this. And as you see, that's in time. Let's go ahead and hit the second section in the back here. This is where all the fun happens. So that's what I want. So I'm actually going to separate this whole back end using Command and E. So I can chop these separately now. Let's see how much of this I want. 1. So we'll start there. Double click it. Set 1-1 here. Now the reason I'm doing this is so that I can time out the section, because obviously we don't use all of that. But since we use like this part of it, we want it to be in time. 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. And then this hit right here. It's the beginning of the third measure, I believe. I don't know where the end of my loop is. Whatever. We'll leave it down there. Yep. Make sure it's in time. We can make this a different color if we want to, just so we know it's like, oh, hey, this is the end of the phrase to turn back around at the beginning of the loop. Whatever. So we'll throw this down here. And now, let's chop up this section. So let's go ahead and just chop the whole thing. Or warp it, I meant. So that we have all of it in time. So we know already, yet again, this is the start of the measure. I'm holding shift and just dragging the whole sample to get it to start where I want. Right click. Set 1-1 here. 2, 3, 4, 2, beginning of 5. Now let's figure out where we are. 6, 7. And I don't think he uses anything after that, so we'll stop there. That was just 7. Cool. So now let's get rid of the end of this. Cool. Everything after that we don't need, so remove that. Now we have the bulk of our sample. So normally you would re-chop this, but I found that the beginning part, I'm sorry, when you put it in repitch, the beginning doesn't want to stay in the same pitch. So what I'm just going to do is select everything, put this on complex, and then we can use this to change its pitch. So I think the Kanye track was around like 84. Pitch this up just a bit, give it that chipmunk feel. Yeah. Now, he didn't use this beginning part. The first stop actually has that weird kind of delay on the vocals. So it actually starts with this section here. And now, if you really listen closely to the sample, when this saxophone gets its delay turn, it actually stops early, which means he actually pulled from a different section of the sample. So you can actually come back to the beginning from the last sample and chop it like right here. So I'll take that, hold Option, and just drag it over. It's beat 3, so I want to put it on beat 3 again. Now you get this. And stop. And then you just take that whole section, loop it up one good time. So yet again, select it all holding Shift, hold Option, click and drag. And this is where the last change, which comes from this section. And we just have to figure out where it starts. So let's put this at the beginning of a measure. Beat 3 again. So we'll take that, get rid of this. Move this back to the beginning of beat 3 when the change starts, which is right here. Oop. And there's the end of our loop. And it goes right back to the beginning. And that's pretty much it. Now, yet again, and I always talk about this, the sickest thing about Kanye is that he would take something simple like this, and you're listening to it and being like, huh, it sounds so empty. He like added all sorts of things on top of all the samples he ever did. So it was like, they were so thick. It was so truth. Oh, Kanye is nasty. So let's go back and hear what we have. To all my people that stack your money to the sky. Loop it right back again. That was a little sloppy on the end because my chop was weird. You see this? So I can hold shift, scoop that out a little. And that's pretty much it. So there you have it. Rechop that sample. Kanye, we don't care. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, hit me up with that. And any rechops you want to see, just let me know. All right. Peace.